The following is a Sarovian presentation of CTS Sports.
Sends it to the goal scorer.
It's making me feel that we have crashed and parted. This is what you get. This is what you get when you mess with us.
Scramble in front. Great C by D.
This is what you'll get. This is what you'll get. This is what you'll get.
Slapped away by Lyon. Is ejected from the game. 5-minute game misconduct, unsportsmanlike behavior, Jerome Kane. And it looks history will repeat itself.
The following is a Sarovian presentation of CTS Sports.
Welcome back to Playoff Hoquenna, everyone. Game 2 is just around the corner as the SARHOLM Crowns face off once more against the PREUZE Lions. I'm Rufus Tabello, joined by DJ, Camilla, and Aros. Folks, if you saw Game 1 or caught our post-game show afterward, you know just how lopsided that opener was. Final score, 5-1 Crowns. DJ, you said it felt like a crime scene. What's your mindset heading into Game 2?
Rufus, I stand by every word. The Crowns didn't just win, they mauled the Lions. Fans were roaring, fists were flying, and the Lions, they look like house cats who'd lost their claws. But, and this is a big but, tonight is redemption night. You can't get humiliated like that in a playoff opener and not come out swinging. If the Lions don't throw the first big hit or pot the first goal, this barn's gonna eat them alive again.
Swinging is one thing, DJ, but they need to play Hoquenna, not just scrap. I said after Game 1 that Bader Lyon, the Crown's captain, had absolute poise. She set the tone, controlled the game, and reminded everyone why she's the face of the club. If the Lions don't find a way to get in her head and get through that wall, we could be looking at either another short night, a lot of missed shots on goal, or both.
I hear that some PREUZE players block her to avoid her taunting. Not a good sign for them.
Hold on, let's not rewrite history. Bader had a strong game, yes, but she wasn't tested the way she should have been. The Lions' offense collapsed before it even started. Everyone chased the puck like it was a Jacobite in a PK zone. If that's what they're calling playoff Hoquenna, they should be ashamed. And don't get me started on their defense. I saw more holes than a fishing net.
And here we go, arrows with the doom and gloom. But you know what? Maybe that's what the Lions need to hear. Maybe someone's got to slap them in the face, metaphorically or literally, and tell them this is the playoffs, not a Sunday skate.
All right, let's turn it to the other side. The Crowns didn't exactly play squeaky clean. Penalties piled up in Game 1. Arrows, you made that point loud and clear a couple days ago. If they repeat that, could it come back to bite them?
Absolutely. They can't bank on the Lions wasting nearly every power play again. Discipline wins series. The Crowns may have the talent edge, but if they keep handing out chances, sooner or later the Lions will start winning.
True, but let's not overlook Oscaro's return. That was the story of Game 1. He comes in cold after Kane's ejection and makes an impact right away. The crowd fed off him. If he's in the lineup from the start tonight, the Lions' defense is in for a long evening.
That was pure magic. That's why we watch. I want to see if the Lions answer back with some miracle of their own. If they don't, they're staring down a 2-0 hole, and nobody digs out of that against the defending champs.
So there you have it. The Crowns looking to tighten their grip, the Lions desperate to claw back. With that, puck drop is just moments away. Here with DJ Cereza, Camila Veroso, and Eros Thuros, I'm Rufus Tabello. We'll see you back here for the post-game show. Now let's play some Hoquenna.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all Hoquenna fans across New Sarovia, welcome to the Lions Den. Tonight, in beautiful SARHOLM, under the bright lights and roaring energy of the Robert Lyons Center, two teams will take to the ice in a battle for glory and honor. And now, ready to defend their home against any challenger, give it up for your SARHOLM Crowns! Just like our kings before them, coming from North Sarovia, are your PREUZE Lions!
Number 4, Yamos Atlas. Number 10, Moros Leon. Number 14, Atlas Nurem. Number 11, Dean Warren.
Please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem.
Welcome back to Game 2 of the Pulowa Cup Semifinals between the SARHOLM Crowns and the PREUZE Lions. I'm your host, Sebastian Tabello, and today we are going to see a very physical and very intense game of Hoquenna here in the beautiful, beautiful original arena that was made all the way back in the beginning of Season 1. Good lucks exchanged at center ice, and swords in. Opening face-off won by Maros. Robert sends it into the PREUZE zone, stopped by Yamos. Emily's shot blocked once more by Yamos. Still in neutral, Maros. Oscaros dumps it in. Gets it past the blue. Battle for it in the center ice. Emily, Robert. On the PREUZE blue, Oscaros denied a chance to shot as Emily brings it back in as it was brought out momentarily. Yamos Atlas crossed the blue. Oscaros stops him going further. Emily keeps it in at the blue, still on the PREUZE blue line. Eagle-eyed commentators might realize that D Noirem, number 11 in between the pipes for the PREUZE Lions, seems to be playing a lot more confidently today than before. We'll see if her performance and her ability to move the puck, play the puck, will continue in a great manner. Shot off the post, rebound goes nowhere. Oscaros, shot trickles wide of the net. Maros. Top PREUZE corner. Trying to get it out. Sneaks it past Emily. Emily brings it back out. Robert. Can't bring it back into the PREUZE zone. Oscaros does, brings it to the blue. Sent back in front of Baynara Lion. Now to the side. Robert denies his son a chance to shoot, and the puck is out of play. Face off in the top CROWNS corner. Won by SARHOLM, brought in front, Yamos, denied. Emily, home free, sends it wide, and D hits her. Good breakaway chance there for Emily Manilow, robbed of the opportunity of a goal. Robert shot, scores! Robbie SARHOLM. And SARHOLM opens the game up with a statement. They're not going anywhere. Swords in once more. PREUZE gets it away. Emily sends it. Now battle in neutral ice. Sent towards the PREUZE blue, right in front. Oscaros shot, blocked by Atlos. Atlo sends it away. Maros now opportunity. Big hit by his father there. Seems there might be some domestic violence going on. Robert past the blue. Atlo sends it back to Yamos. Yamos. Oscaros shot. Saved by D. D gets it away. Kept in by Oscaros. Listen to the fans cheer. Their rookie goaltender is performing miraculously here tonight. Right in front, D gets it away. And there's got to be a penalty called here. Let's see who it's for.
2 minutes, roughing, number 7, Robert Lyon.
And SARHOLM opens up the first penalty of the game. Face off in the CROWN zone. The time is 5 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the first half. 4 shots on goal for the CROWNS and 2 for the PREUZE Lions. Swords in the bottom of the CROWN zone. Won by SARHOLM. Oscaros now battling with Yamos. Baydari comes in right across the goal and sent away. Maros to Atlos. Atlo sends with the Yamos. Yamos intercepted by Emily. Big hit laid there. Brought back into the Crown zone. Behind the Crown's net, Yamos bringing it up. Passes it towards Maros. Right in front. No one's there waiting for it, and Bader gets it away. Emily on the breakaway shot. Saved by D. Brought in front again. Scores on the rebound. Short-handed goal. SARHOLM is up 2-0. This is looking like it's going to be a repeat of last game. However, it should be noted, PREUZE has been looking a lot stronger this game than the first one. They might still be down by 2, but D has been playing fantastically. So has Maros Lyle and the rest of his entire well-equipped team. Oscar sends it towards the blue. Maros right in front. Atlo shot right next to the crease. It's laying there. Yamos coming in for the goal. Scores! Beautiful playmaking abilities there by the PREUZE Lions. Maros waiting at the blue, sends it south. Atlos is there waiting. Right past Pidera Lion. In comes rushing Yamos and pots it in. Empty net Merchant there. There seems to be a signature move here of the PREUZE Lions, and it's exactly what we just saw there. We have someone on the blue. That person at the blue sends it south, where someone at the point is waiting, and manages to pot it right in. Emily sends it into the PREUZE zone. Robert goes to chase it. Yamos now battling with Robert. Gets it towards the blue. Emily shot goes wide. Maros home free. Huge hit by Robert Lyon. Maros shot goes nowhere. Makes a great save by Baidera. Baidera gets it across the blue. Oscaros assists. Emily past the red. Yamo sends it off the boards back into neutral ice. Sends up. Robert sneaks it past Atlos. Atlos sends it away. Oscaros to Emily. Mauro sneaks it past Robert, and Baidera gets it right past them back up the red line. Maros towards the blue. Baidera back in neutral. Big hit and center ice. Huge hit in open ice. Yamos and Robert Lyon. Still battling, trying to get a good position to fire from. Yamos and Oscaros battling in the bottom PREUZE corner. Sent out. Mauro shot. Saved by Lyon. Emily can't get it past Atlos. Sends it towards Maros. On the PREUZE blue. Oscaro sends it away. Brought out momentarily. Down south. Sent back to Lyon. Maros. Yamos. Huge hit on Yamos right there. Atlo sends it away. Emily brings it into the PREUZE zone. Sent above. Robert shot. Scores! Robert Lyon does it again. Beautiful play there, and SARHOLM is now up by 2. The score is 3-1 in favor of the SARHOLM Crowns, 7 shots to 6, with just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. There seems to be some arguing here between the referees and members of the PREUZE Lions, not against the referee, mind you, but against other situations. We'll have to see. This has been a very exciting game here at the Robert Lyon Center. Both teams are playing exceptionally well. Face-off, one at center ice. Big hit, and Baidera gets it away across the red. Sent back in by Maros, and Baidera sends it out. Brought back in once more by Maros, and out of play into the CROWNS bench, where it seems it hit Albaros Vasa and knocked him down. I don't see him there. I think he may have retreated to receive medical treatment. Fortunately, he's not as old as John Vasa, and he will likely survive that hit. Bedera sends it away into the corner. Robert retrieves. Ascaros, Robert at the blue, shot by Yamos, gotten away by Lyon. In front, sneaks past. Robert on the breakaway, one-on-one. Gotten away by Atlos. Ascaros coming in to help. Robert can't get it to Emily. Shot off the post in front. D sends it away, and the crowd goes crazy. And they start chanting her name once more. In the crown zone, Robert Lyon can't get it out, but Bedera sneaks it past Maros. Robert, hit by Atlos, sends it up. On the red now, intercepted and turned over. Bedera can't get it out. Now back towards Maros. Maros regroups. Right in front, D. Great save by D. Noirem. What a miraculous slay. Battle in neutral ice. Robert sends it towards the blue. Bedera almost puts it in her own net. Slapped away to the bottom Crowns corner. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. Robert trying to sneak it past the defenders. Can't. Emily with her shot sent wide. And Yamos chases it into the corner. And out of play in the PREUZE bench. Emily Manilow leads the entire AHI in playoff points. She has 7, 3 goals and 1 assist. Shot by Ascaros, blocked by Maros. Maros can't get it out of the PREUZE zone. Shot and scores! What a performance that Ascaros Noirem is putting on tonight. He's great defensively. He's great offensively. He's doing fantastic in everything he does. This is exactly the skills needed. And it's exactly the person that the SARHOLM Crowns need to win this game. Gotten away by Maros. Maros keeps it in. Shot. Deflected. Loose puck in front. No one can get it. It's right next to the SARHOLM Crowns net. Sent away. Trickles wide. Maros now. Ascaros battling behind the net. Sent south. Maros can't get it. Sent north by Robert Lyon. In front of the goal. Gotten away by Bedera.
Rebound. Gotten away once more. Sent back in by Yamos. Now back out momentarily. Atlos can't keep it in. Physical hits here. 15 seconds ago in the first half. Huge hit on Lyon there in the PREUZE zone. Sent next to the net. Atlos gets it away. Maros lands a hit now.
Right in front. Bedera gets it away. 2 seconds to go. 1. And that is the end of the first half. And I will join you all in the second. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Welcome back to the halftime intermission, everyone. I'm Rufus Tabello, joined by DJ Ceriza, Camila Veroso, and Aros Thuros. I'm glad to have you here as the SARHOLM Crowns take on the PREUZE Lions in Game 2, Round 1 of the Pulowa Cup Finals. We're going to have a lot to cover tonight in the postgame, but I want to divert our attention away from the ongoing game a little bit right now, if that's okay with everyone here.
Lay it on us, Rufos.
What do you got for us?
We've partnered with Imperial, love that paper, to introduce a new segment at today's halftime known as the People's Inquisition. We've been flooded with questions since our first appearance, and people want to know more about us, about what we think, and have been asking us about all sorts of topics. I think it might be a good idea if we answer some of these and offer some in-depth analysis as to why we think that way. We have tons of questions, and we'll have to come back to some later, but I have 4 right here I think are really interesting. Let's dive into it, shall we?
Ready to go, Rufus.
We'll start today's segment with a really interesting, not often spoken about question. The question reads, what ought to go through a player's mind when they have the puck?
Whoa, that is a good question.
Who wants it? Who wants to start?
I think I'll start us off. Yeah, that's a good question. I think the player, should be focusing where he or she wants to take it, right? A lot of these new rookies think that every time they have the puck, the only goal is to score or to give it to someone else. That's not true. There's so many more things you can do with the puck than just try to score or move it.
What do you mean, Aros?
I think he's trying to say that there's more strategic elements than just shooting or moving the puck. The puck is unpredictable, you know? It bounces, it slides, it can ricochet, it can slip right past you. Stefan knows it does. Applying a sense of logic to it, trying to figure out exactly what it's going to do and where it's going to exactly be is going to drive you mad. Trying to move it perfectly every single time isn't feasible. If you're playing in the other team's zone trying to score, but it's stuck in the corner, you don't have to try to score. If your team is leading and there's not much time to go, screw it. Keep sending it into the corner. Make it difficult for the other team to get it out, you know? Not every time you get the puck is going to be a good opportunity to shoot, or to pass, or to even get it into a good position. Sometimes you got to just send it away from you, or away from the other team.
At the same time, though, a lot of people who take that mentality are sending it towards their own zone by accident, DJ. I've always been a big proponent of surgical movements. If you have the ball, send it where you want it. If you don't think you can do that, don't move it. You don't always have to touch it. You don't always have to move it. You don't always have to capitalize on it. You can play it safe sometimes too, but don't risk moving it if you're going to put it in a dangerous position.
All good answers. Let's move to our second question of the night. This one is a bit more subjective, so I'm excited to see what you all have to say. The question reads, what position do you think is the easiest, and which position do you think is the hardest to play?
Is that subjective? We all know it's the goalkeeper.
What? No way! Get out of here! You're supposed to be scoring goals! That's the difficulty of the game!
You guys are insane. Defenders have it the most difficult, and it's not even close.
Okay, scramble for an answer here, folks. DJ, you seem pretty vocal about it. Go ahead.
This is insane that I even have to defend this point, but you guys are smoking crack. How do you win games? You score goals. It's as easy as that. You are not winning this game if you don't score goals. Scoring goals is difficult. Only 5 people this entire second season have scored above 10 goals this season. That's roughly 1 per team. It's hard, it's difficult, and look at the goaltending rosters. The Lions, Permars before her accident, even Dee and Berganza have been stellar when they want to be.
Holy Stefanos, have you seen her today? She is on fire. She is showing flashes of both Lion goalkeepers today. I look at her and I see a future Juno's Trophy winner.
And Berganza's good too. He has been a great goaltender, and if it wasn't for his poor attitude, he could be dragging the Lions to victory in the playoffs. I wonder if he's going to return to the AHI next season when his suspension lifts.
Well, if he does, he won't be playing for PREUZE anymore, that's for sure, since he's banned from the team. But you're bringing us off topic. Goalies are good and scoring is hard. Not to mention when you have to scramble against the entire other team and often your own team gets stuck on you. It's hard. Defenders don't have to do much. Just keep the ball out of their zone, and goaltenders just need to stay on their end and wait for the ball to come to them.
Holy Stefan, give me a break. Goaltenders have to wait for the ball to come and that's it? Please. Goaltenders are the most important and the most difficult position to play, period. You have the skaters out there who can go out and make things happen and win the game. For a goalie, you just have to sit there, hope and pray you don't let your team down. Many times there isn't anything you can do. It's just destined to go in the red, and you have to sit there and take it. You have to accept you can't change the outcome of the game at any point. All you can do is keep it the way it is or worse. Your entire job on the ice is trying to deliver a message to your team that, says firmly, go, 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 go on, go attack, go score. This end of the ice is well cared for. You can trust me, and I'm going to handle it.
I disagree with you, but I can't admit that the demands on any goalie are mostly mental. You eat yourself up after letting in a goal, especially an important one, and now your team has to scramble to undo your mistake. You just got to conquer those mental battles.
Exactly. You can't decide you're going to get a 50-save shutout if you only get 10 shots on you. It's hard to warm up and get in the groove if you're out of the action for a bit. You tend to fall asleep.
You make some good points, but I still don't fully agree, guys. Think about the defenders. Their job isn't to score. Their job isn't to save the goals in the net. What even is their job? It's undefined, and for a lot of people, that's difficult to accept. This game is still in its infancy, and there isn't a meta or a commonly understood strategy for defensemen. Do I go rush and help the attack? Well, if I do that, Then if the other team gets the puck, I'm nowhere close enough to help stop an attack on the goalie. Do I stay back and be cautious? Well, then I'm abandoning the two attackers and leaving them outnumbered in the offensive zone and diminishing our chances for a goal and by extension, a win. It's the hardest position because you don't know what to do with it.
Great points, Cam. I'm going to ask one final question and we'll wrap it up today. The question reads, what type of preparation do Hoquenna players go through to play?
Fantastic question. Rufus, you have a bit of experience with that. Why don't you answer?
Yeah, I guess I can. Honestly, it varies from person to person. Players who are able to find what works for them and utilize it are exactly what you'll find in superstars like Jerome, Cusco, Durkos, Mateos, and Maros. I think honestly that's all you need to do when you're on the ice. And a lot of those people have superstitions too.
What, have superstitions?
No, finding your groove. Find what makes you work. Like Baydera Lion. We know she listens to Kesha during games. Durkos has a Hoquenna music playlist. And we know Valera could only play in silence when she played. You're going to find something that clicks with you, and you just got to run with it. You have to be calm, cool, and collected throughout the entire game. All it takes is one teeny tiny mix-up, and the game can flip the entire opposite way, and you feel upset, depressed, and not playing your best. You have to focus on what can calm you down. Don't take your eyes off the puck, and take deep breaths. This is the big leagues, yeah, but you won't be here very long if you don't.
Awesome. This was a great idea, Rufus.
Thanks, guys, but we have to cap it off there as the game progresses shortly. Here with DJ, Camilla, and Aros, I'm Rufus Tabello. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you in the post-game debrief.
Welcome back to the second half. The score, 4-1 in favor of the SARHOLM Crowns. 11 shots on goal for each team. As the time reads 7:50. Robert Lyon bringing into the PREUZE zone. Right in front, D sends it way to the corner. Maros now has it in the bottom PREUZE corner. Sends it towards the blue. Robert shot stopped by Maros. Off the post, Oscaros on the rebound. Can't get it. Robert shot saved by D. Maros bounces it off the wall into neutral. Sends it away from Emily now. Shot and back into the Crowns corner. Right in front of the net. Saved by Baydera Lyon. Now Emily has it. She seems lost and confused as to where she's supposed to go. Brought back into the PREUZE zone. Chasing behind the net. Battle for it now at the blue. PREUZE can't get it away. Robert sends it wide. Big hit there. Huge save by D. Gotten away in neutral ice once more. And listen to the fans cheer her name. Baydera gets it away in neutral ice. Robert now, huge hit on his son once more. Someone should call a CPS here. Great pass from all three PREUZE players right in front, and Robert sends it right in front of the net. Huge save by Lyon. Shot saved again, rebound off the post. Yamo sends it to the bottom Crowns corner. Robert Lyon towards the blue, kept in by Yamos. He'll try again. There are huge hits being laid everywhere here. Saved by Lyon. Robert Lyon sends it behind the net. Can't get it out. Sends it towards the blue. Maros isn't there waiting. Emily keeps it in by accident. Sent away. Emily shot. Huge hit by Yamos on Emily. And D, great save, rebound. D again, it gets it across the blue. Brought back in once more. Robert, D, stay. Behind the net, wrap around attempt. Right in front of the goal, gotten away by Atlos. Oscaros dumps it in, bottom PREUZE corner once more. Shot towards the blue, Maros trying to get it away. Right in front, D! Atlos sneaks it past Lyon. In neutral ice now. Sent south. Big hit on Emily. Towards Emily. Emily to Robert. Right in front, Baydera gets it away. Maros. Can't get it into the PREUZE zone. In front of Bedera, she swats it away. Robert sends it bottom Crowns corner. There's huge fights on along the boards here. The battle is getting intense. In front of the net, Bedera gets it to neutral. Sends it back in. Yamos, top Crowns corner, right in front. Swapped away by Bedera. The clock is ticking for the Lions. They have to do something. Battle along the bottom boards. Big hit there on Robert Lyon. Great save by D with an open net. Yamos dumps it past Robert and Emily back into the bottom or the top zone of the Crowns. Oscarovs now to Robert behind the Crowns net. Back behind the net once more. Top Crowns corner. In front, and Bedera gets across the blue. Sent back in. And there's going to be a penalty called here.
2 minutes roughing, number 11, Oscaros Norem.
So Oscaros Ozzy Noirem goes to the boards and hops along into the bench to serve a 2-minute penalty. There seems to be some confusion as to where the face-off will be brought back into the SARHOLM zone. The referee was probably confused since they swapped sides. Yamos and Emily facing off. Swords in. Dropped. Won by the Crowns in front, gotten away. Emily sneaks it past the blue and out of play. Brought back in. Robert shot saved by D. Rebound saved by D. Sent back in once more to the PREUZE zone. Robert shot denied by D. Rebound goes away. Emily shot saved. Robert again saved by D. D swats it away. Still up next to the PREUZE net. I cannot believe what I am seeing right now. Yamos gets it away into neutral ice. Sends it past right in front. Shot off cross Bedera. Scored! Yamos! Atlas. Shot on the breakaway. And now PREUZE is just 2 shots away from a tie game. The fans weren't happy with that one, it seems. At least the SARHOLM Crowns weren't. Swords in. As Oscaros comes back on the ice. 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the second half. 22 shots on goal for SARHOLM and 17 for PREUZE. Maros and Emily at the face-off, won by Maros. Yamos, shot, save by Lyon. Emily gets it out. Maros sends it back towards the blue. Bedera gets it away. Maros can't dump it back in. Emily sends it towards the PREUZE zone. Battle along the board. Sent towards Bedera. Sends it back to Maros. Maros to Yamos. Isn't there. Can't get it. Emily. Maros shot off the post and gotten away by Lyon. Maros again. Denied by Bedera. And Robert sends it back into neutral ice before Yamos brings it back in. Atlas on the blue. Set north. Robert at the red to Maros. Maros sends it past the red, battling with Emily. Robert brings it into the Crown zone. Behind the net now. Robert past Oscaros. Towards the blue. Maros shot. Way on the post. Saved by Bedera. Game saver by Lyon. Even the PREUZE players are complimenting that save. What a miraculous save that is going to be talked about for sure in the coming days. Roberts towards the blue, but Bedera gets it away. Maros can't send it back in without a block from Lyon. In front, D. Laying defense, open net. Off the post by Emily, rebound, saved by D. Yamos gets it into neutral ice. Sneaks it past Robert Lyon. Now sent south, Maros. Can't get it there fast enough. Robert Saved by D. Emily on the rebound. Goes south. Robert again. Saved by D. Is sent wide. Right in front. Off the post. Saved by D. There's going to be no goal called here. Offsides for the Crowns as they enter the play. Play continues. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. Emily sends it south, but blocked by Atlos. Robert brings it in. Onside now. Shot. Saved by D. Rebound, then saved again. Oscaros brings it in. D. Hugs the post. What a great rebound. Save once more. Sent towards the blue. Kept in by the Crowns. Offensive zone pressure going here. Dissipated. There's going to be a penalty called once more.
2 minutes, roughing. Number 7, Robert Lyon.
Wow, this is the third penalty of the game for the Crowns and a second one for Robert Lyon. And CROWNS is going to ask for a timeout here, and rightfully so. They only have just about a minute left on the clock after accounting for stoppage delays. Timeout over. And Jerome Kane joins the Crowns on the bench. Jerome Kane is doing fantastic this season. 1 goal and 1 assist. 3 points in the playoffs. Swords in. Raro shot off the post. Rebound and denied by Lyon. Oscaro sends it away. Jerome swaps for Emily. Now on the ice. On the penalty kill. Sends it away. Maro's shot deflected by Oscaros. Sent now behind the net. Number 11 has it. Once more, sends south. Right in front, Morrow, stopped by Jerome. Oscaros to Jerome. Jerome can't get a hold of it. D saves it. Rebound, denied by Yamos. 30 seconds on the clock. Jerome in front, gotten away by D. Rebound, denied once more. Towards Jerome. Jerome sends towards the blue. Yamos shot off the post and falls short. Yamos now once more. Right in front. Baidera gets it away. Atlos back in. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of today's game with your SARHOLM Crowns winning 4-2 against the PREUZE Lions in Game 2 of the semifinals.
Introducing your third star of the game, Robert Lyon! Introducing your second star of the game, Moros Lyon! Now, salute your first star of the game, Dean Warren!
Welcome to the post-game show, folks. The final horn has sounded in the Robert Lyon Center, and the Crowns dominated yet again, beating the PREUZE Lions 4-2. I'm Rufos Tabello, joined by DJ Cereza, Camilo Veroso, and Eros Thuros. DJ, we'll start with you once again. What's your take?
Rufos, I gotta tell you, this is playoff Hoquenna the way it's supposed to be. The Lions came out swinging like I begged them to in the pregame. They hit, they scrapped, they showed their mettle and proved that practice does indeed make perfect. I thought we had a real dogfight on our hands, but the Crowns, man, they just keep finding ways to win. Baidera Lyon once again with that captain swagger. Ozzy, who's back and better than ever, throwing his weight around again like he hasn't missed a step. And don't forget Robbie SARHOLM, who proved tonight that he's still got it.
The Crowns have done it again, for sure. But like you said, DJ, let's give credit where it's due. The Lions finally showed some backbone. After getting embarrassed 5-1 in Game 1, they responded tonight. They went down, but they went down swinging. Their defense tightened, their goaltending made some key stops.
I mean, Stefan's bones! D, what a goalie! In just a couple games, she's gone from greener than Ravos Atlas's favorite patch of grass to every bit the equal of her fellow goalies on the other teams.
Yes, DJ. But as I was saying, the Lions' physical play rattled the Crowns early. But what stood out to me was how the Crowns weathered the storm. They stayed composed. That's what reigning champions do. They bend, but they don't break. Penalties, sure, but PREUZE was fantastic today. They fought back. If they improve as much on Game 3, which is going to be a must-win for them, as they did Game 2, I don't think SARHOLM will win the game, that's for sure.
I don't know why you're all being so nice to a team that lost. What are you, Kiev Crusaders fans? Losing well doesn't mean it's not a loss. The Lions lost. They had every chance to tie this series and they failed. Yes, they played harder, but harder doesn't always mean smarter. Their decision-making late in the second period, plus generally being less conditioned than the seasoned Crowns veterans, cost them. The Crowns punished their enemies' mistakes and didn't for a second let their feet off the gas, as any good team should. That's the difference between a contender and a pretender.
Pretender? Come on, Arrows. They scored 2 this time. They didn't fold up like paper. That's progress.
We shouldn't be celebrating them scoring 1 more goal, DJ. Progress doesn't win playoff games. Results do. And the result is the Lions are down 0-2. History shows us teams in that position rarely come back. I'm expecting a Crowns sweep at this point, and then we'll be seeing who they'll face in the finals to defend the championship.
Still, let's not dismiss the fight the Lions showed. Their captain actually looked like a leader tonight. He played with fire, got in the dirty areas, and pushed his teammates forward. He was constantly giving instructions and advice in between plays. He's a hands-on leader. I think transferring to the Lions has, if anything, improved Maros Lions' ability to not only play but also lead. That's growth, and it matters if PREUZE wants any chance of winning the series.
Final thoughts before we wrap. What does Game 3 look like as the series heads back to SARHOLM Gardens?
The Lions have to build on tonight's effort. Play with that fire again, but stay disciplined. Continual practice is clearly working. They have to keep that up.
Discipline has always been PREUZE's biggest problem. I'm still skeptical they're capable of that. One game doesn't prove anything.
I say buckle up. Game 3 is going to be nasty. Fists, goals, drama, everything we live for. Speaking of fights, where are they? I don't see any.
Yeah, where are the fights? PREUZE is down 2-0. Where's the statements? You know, fighting is the best way to lock up an opposing talented player, as well as waking your team up. PREUZE should be launching a full-blown fight as soon as the puck drops in Game 3. They gotta send a message they're not gonna be walked over. At the very least, even if they lose Game 3, a fight might convince the poor victim of the punches to give them a bit more room on the ice next time, in fear of sitting off for 2 minutes. And it might convince the PREUZE players who watched it to lock in when they're down a man. Agreed. Well, there you have it. Final score tonight, Crowns 4, Lions 2. SARHOLM leads the series 2-0, and Monday's game is do or die for PREUZE. Here with DJ, Camilla, and Eros, I'm Rufus Tabello. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow for Game 2 between the Kiev Crusaders and the Virgos Vortex.